Neopolis, glittering rhinestone of the North Atlantic, epicenter of democracy and aqua-capitalistic madness, supernova of Aquarian lifestyle, mindless joy and lust, the Sodom of Biscay. In Neopolis, they swallow nanorobots to repair their fragile bones, and happiness drugs because sleeping is banned. They host opulent diving parties in fancy dolphin basins. In Aqua's largest market, they're having Clans Union weeks, allowing visitors to admire everything from energy-wasting ferry propulsion to high-pressure champagne bottles, stoves that can bake 70 bars of yeast dough at one time, Aqua X-Mess decorations made of glowing plankton, and a perpetual motion machine. In the Museum of the Modern Age, there is even an exhibition of some old rags that are supposed to show the smile of Mona Lisa and the hand of God. But even with all that, the young fight a hopeless battle against boredom. Ready to die for even a hint of fun, terror has become their hobby. The youth of Neopolis love to destroy things and will gladly die trying. They'll steal a ship from an upright cutthroat like me, cut fiber optic lines for a laugh, or kidnap dolphins just to cause a stink. They even expose themselves to the enormous vibrations of the extreme low-frequency transmitting system because they believe it will evolutionize their brains. The new interim government is a high-tech gang without social or human conscience, whose sole aim is to quickly gain positions of power inside the Federation. They're economically fixated, ecologically apathetic, and hell-bent on pushing through their own racial policies, including the genetic manipulation of human beings to better adapt them to the rigors of life in Aqua. These spawn are worse than the results of the eugenics experiments of the shogunate. One of the old guard, Admiral Cox, a good friend and my mentor during the days of the Biont Wars, doesn't see eye to eye with these democratic developments, which is why he's rebelling. I wouldn't even put it past him to occupy Parliament and take over a data broadcasting station in a surprise coup. And that's when I had to admit I no longer understood Aqua. Had Cox gone power mad? Everything pointed to it, except what Sobinoso Shaka said. She warned me, but then what does she know? I'm an officer of an international task force, and part of that job is keeping my eyes open for officers going off the deep end.
The interim government under High Commander DePonto is concerned about the stability of the Federation. Ask around and see if Admiral Cox is really planning to take Parliament in a surprise coup.
The way I hear it, dirty tricks from the new line politicians are the real reason for the instability in Neopolis. Still, if I can't find any arguments in favor of what Cox is doing, I'll side with you. Ah, Dr. Razor. What's Boston trying to sell you?
Damn it, Flint! The professor here needs protection! I simply offered to be his bodyguard.
Well, I don't think there's any need, really. After all, Neopolis is a very civilized place.
Ha 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 ha! Wait until this civilized place has you by the throat, Professor. We're on the verge of civil war.
What are you doing here anyway, Professor? You run out of test tubes in Machina, Antarctica?
No, I'm here to study the local dolphin population. Did you know that we have 14 of our 23 sets of chromosomes in common with dolphins? They are relatives of Homo aquaticus and may be our ancestors. I'll bet you also didn't know that our blood has the same salt content as seawater. We emit salt with the lacrimal fluid so it can't accumulate in our bodies. Our noses point downward and not to the front. Exo-sapienta evolution. Flint, there are dolphin genes in your genome.
Professor, are you on drugs?
Of course not.
Flint, how's life?
It goes. What are you doing here, Brooklyn?
I was hired by Admiral Cox's communication unit, but then I decided what the hell. So I pocketed the credits and left the old codger in peace. Still, he's better than that new line.
I agree, but I'm worried that Cox is making a mistake. I think he might need to be protected from himself.
Well, I was all set to take on a job, But now that I've cheated the Atlantic Federation, I'm going to have to make tracks. If you want it, report to Brewmeister at Concordia Place.
Hungry tongue! The gods of the deep sea must have sent you. I'm so drunk, I can't find a way to the camp.
Man, and that's supposed to be the job you've got to offer, you lousy boozer?
Damn! Hungry tongue? Nah, you're too. We need Master Sentinel and Carpenter now, and light water, and rope of colder and deep draft 1. You can make credits without, and I've already ordered a few cargo ships full of that stuff. But there's the trouble.
Why don't they just take you along? You can make people drunk just by breathing on them. So, what's the attraction here?
You'd be surprised, Sonny. Glowing jellyfish. That electrostatic fish that live on energy fields in earthquake zones. Some stuffed birds. The tooth of a T-Rex. The teeth of a megalodon. Even a tiny zoo with living surface mammals.
Well, poke me with Poseidon's prod.
Hey! That's not the half of it. We've also got old technology and art. The smile of the Mona Lisa. The hand of God by Michelangelo. The so-called Philosopher's Stone of Old Spain. Weapons collections. The pinnacle of the Eiffel Tower. Cultures of pox viruses. The first superconductor. And the brains of Einstein and Hawking. We've even got instruments that are used to rebreed dolphins.
Stop. I think I need to head for the nearest dive where I won't have to think so much.
Well, please come back again.
Light, sir. Do you have a reservation?
No, I was thinking maybe I could just hang around for a while and get something to eat.
Well, it so happens that the turmoil in our city has compelled a number of cancellations, so we may be able to fit you in.
Great. So what's on today's menu?
We have an excellent jellyfish sorbet, which is served on a dark table so that you may enjoy its lucifer-like glow. We also have a cocktail of king bent prawns and riftia mousse, baby barnacles on poached protein granules, and halibut eyes. Octopus roasted in its own ink with a souffle of sugared isopods. And finally, a parfait of deep sea sponge and sea cucumber pulp.
How about a plate full of mussels?
Mussels? I'm very sorry, sir. No. However, the specialty of the house is living baby octopus, served with fresh eggs of its brothers and sisters, and drizzled with an amino foam sauce.
Excuse me. I just got back from the tornado zone, and I heard there's trouble here in Neopolis.
You can say that again. That army devil Cox occupied the broadcasting station. He's backed by a powerful army. My family is terrified. We came here 7 months ago from Canary Deep to be safe. And now, here's another warmonger.
Flint! We've seen the dolphins outside. They were wonderful. Such incredibly beautiful creatures.
Why the hell is everybody in Aqua talking about dolphins? They're just predators. What's the big deal?
Right, but they're also intelligent and extremely social beings.
I can be sociable too. After work, there's nothing I love more than hanging around a dive and getting into an argument.
Just because they don't have hands to build things with or wield weapons, it doesn't mean you can ignore their intelligence.
Look, who's breeding them? Man. They're a product of our knowledge. Amusing attractions at most.
They're very precious, Flint. One specimen is worth millions of credits. There are plenty of rich people who'd love to own one. But fortunately, private ownership is against the law.
They are so wonderful. I'm sure they can read our simple minds.
Chang, what are you doing here?
Inspecting our buildings here in Neopolis. It needs to be done because there's nothing worse than when people become careless and fall into a routine.
I hear Entrox took part in, let's call it, the liberation of a very rare gas.
Pure rumor. Besides, sometimes it's better for mankind to sidestep a little bureaucracy.
I can't argue with that. What do you think about the situation here?
Well, I have a high opinion of Admiral Cox. even if he has taken over the federal network data broadcaster. His emergency program is trying to discredit the politicians of the new line, which shouldn't be too damn hard.
I'm trying to save Cox from himself. Do you have any idea how I can get him and his men out of the broadcaster without getting them hurt or killed?
Talk to Marina Zellwig. She's an engineer at Entrox, and she knows a lot about communications technology. I think she's in the data center. And listen, if you want to save Cox's head, you better hurry up. I hear the situation is rapidly deteriorating.
Are you Marina Selwick? Sergei Chang said you might know how to help me liberate an occupied broadcast station.
Why? I'm an engineer, not a soldier. Listen, to be honest, I like what Cox is saying about the new line. Somebody has to warn the populace that they're trying to control people's minds. Pushing that artificial evolution stuff, along with smaller wages and an increased defense budget. Damn business technocrats.
Look, I agree, but right now I'm trying to save the Admiral's butt. I need to prevent them from blowing Cox up with that whole damn station.
The easiest way to calm Cox down would be to cut him off. Just destroy all the antennas and the cable knots. Then the occupation of the broadcaster becomes pointless.
What's up? What can I do for you?
I need some information on Admiral Cox. I don't think I know him anymore.
I'm not surprised. The new line has seen to it that the old government can't do its job. So now, we're surrounded by militaristic idiots. Ponto is an officer, and the other one, Cox, leads a coup. As if that's what we need. When are we going to do something about the economy? About the education of our children and medical care? No. We get some guy attacking Parliament and killing innocents.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Pardon me, I gotta meet Captain Kruger at the Biscay shopping mall. Punch! Werner von Punch. What's an old pirate like you doing in Pep City?
What else, you poison little mackerel? After you blew up at Gibraltar Fortress, hundreds of brave cutthroats were suddenly homeless. I opened a dive on Deep Draft 2 called Mr. Punch. But now, here I am scared out of my wits that this Cox guy is gonna crack up and put me out of business. By the way, your old buddy Brewmeister opened a place on Deep Draft 1 called The Swamp.
I've got real doubts about this. It's like we're sitting on a volcano. Someone has to stop Cox or we're finished. But then what? So many people think the new line is becoming dictatorial. And I agree. Now they're talking about doing away with our free economy and financing racist experiments. They're genuine technocrats. But then again, they didn't start all this violence.
Is business really that bad, Kruger?
At the moment, we're only allowed to import into Neopolis. I think they're hoarding, so they'll have enough food if chaos breaks out. By the way, Commander Ferrelli was looking for you. I just ran into him and he said he was on his way to the Federation Hall.
Thanks, I'll find him. Damn, I really didn't think Cox would do something like this.
Well, Flint, if you get the chance, shoot a fat torpedo up that old army codger's butt. For me and Brewmeister.
Man, I love Pep City, Neopolis. You can get everything here. Come on. Let's make a few credits and drink every dive dry.
Sorry, I've got a problem, Harp. I know Admiral Cox is going to try to attack the Parliament, and I need to figure out how to keep him from doing that. If I don't, they're going to kill him. I don't know if I can trust Sewell.
The hell with Cox, and the hell with Sewell. I want action, and I want it now. Roars, whoa. And if you don't need them, you should at least come along and keep your ears open. Damn. Maybe you can prevent him from getting killed, which would be pretty ironic for you. Why not save the Parliament? One of my old buddies works at the Neopolis Data Center. He's also on the security force for it. Surprise! The Parliament! His name is Carlos Bergman, and I think he's on vacation on Deep Draft 2.
Flynn, I'm glad you're back. Are you interested in my support?
Why? What's in it for you?
I'd like Cox to stay in the game. He's fighting against the new line, and they're talking about privatizing Entrox again. Guess who would have the majority share in a coup like that? Exactly, the new line. Anyway, I served under Cox for 5 years. I owe him.
Then let's save him from himself and get him out of this.
Flint! Ha! I'm faster than you are! Honky tonk! The gods of the deep sea must have sent you! I'm so drunk, I can't find my way to the crapper! There's no way I can talk on! There are these freaking pirates around Deep Drift 1 trying to raid us! Do something!
What's he talking about? First he's moaning about needing the stuff, and now we're standing around here like bums in a soup kitchen.
Honky tonk! The Pacific Sea Devil knows who you are, but I know my pal, Flint, and you're not Flint, so be gone!
McFlirty here. Sorry, Flint, but Brewmaster is totally drunk. Could you please check out the scrapyard? There are some zoners roaming around there.
We should go to navigation point 1 now. Oops! They don't want anything from Deep Draft. They're just digging around in the scrapyard.
Oi, Flint, looks like those zoners just wanted to dig around in the scrapyard. Damn zoners can build a whole habitat with the stuff they throw away in Neopolis. Flint, that's a trap. We desperately need you to protect the AquaNox containers. Some tornado zone scouts just showed up here, possibly with a bomber. And I'll pay handsomely to have them turned away. I promise. Wherever you go, but this time it would have been worse if you hadn't been here. Stop by and pick up your pay.
Flint! Boy, we've met.
Who cares? It's really dangerous at Deep Draft 1.
Oh, no problem. Relax. You just earned a fat load of credits. By the way, my brother Jock sends his regards from the Argentine basin. And here's another flash. He also said the Atlantas are having trouble with the shields on their tanks for some reason. They're really vulnerable from the top.
Well, all right. Thanks, man. Commander Forelli, good to see you again. I would have preferred a different circumstance.
Me too, Flint. I wish it wasn't true, but we have to face the fact that Cox is attempting a coup. Sewell has been ordered to prevent it.
Cox is a good friend of Flint's.
A very good friend. And the father I never had. I have agreed to help, Commander, under the condition that Cox remains unharmed.
Commander Forelli, what is your opinion of the New Line and of Sewell?
Well, I'm a soldier above all else. But if you asked me, I think the New Line are a bunch of techno-dictators. Still, they're smart enough not to break any laws, unlike Admiral Cox. Flint, your mission is to take back the data broadcaster near Neopolis that Cox's forces captured. We lost a wide frequency range of the emergency network when that station fell, so we need to chase the rebels out of there. And remember, those are Neopolis troops, even if they're following Cox, so I don't want any corpses. We have reinforcements coming, and Cox's men will try to cripple the ships. That's what I want you to do to their vessels. Cripple them, then back off. Report to Deep Draft 2 when you're done.
Aye, sir. Chase off the rebels and clear the frequency band. Consider it done. DeGrange, you ready?
Aye, sir. Ready like a prime torpedo.
Flint, from here on out, you're responsible for protecting the troop transport. It's due in at 1400 at the data broadcaster, and we need all of Cox's units deactivated or driven away by them. Remember, don't kill anybody if you can help it. We don't want a civil war on our hands, so give those pilots a chance to use their rescue capsules.
I think we're too late. The radio program, 100 Ways to Cook Shrimp, has been interrupted. They reported an attack by Cox and his buddies. Here we go. Your friend occupies a radio station.
Well, the hell with it. Did you hear that? Cox's press officer just made a little statement. Now the New Line and DePonto's interim Neopolis government are throwing all kind of buzzwords around. Transhuman bioengineering, anti-sleeping laws, relaxed weapon laws and habitats, and reductions in pay rates. Way I see it, the crap's just about to hit the propeller.
You must interrupt Cox's program. He's broadcasting from the Trios, using the transmitter on the station. Switch it off or destroy it, and make it snappy.
I just received a message from Cox's scouts. They want us to join them. They know you're an old friend of the Admiral's.
I know you don't want any alliances with Cox. You want to protect Cox from himself. It's getting complicated. Some of Cox's guys are deserting with their tails between their legs. Good for us. Less trouble. Attack the marked target now. towers yet. Move it. Follow the marked object. Station. They don't want it to fall into the hands of the dictator again. At least that's what Cox says.
Flint, protect the broadcaster against the attacks from Cox's scouts. Eliminate the threat, but do not eliminate the pilots. Capsules now.
The Navy headquarters is singing your praises. You're the hometown hero. We can go home. Our mission is over, Skipper. I'm so proud of you.
Commander Forelli here. Great work, men. Thanks.
Yeah. I believe you already have my account number for the credit upload.
Harper, Commander Forelli might think you're driven solely by avarice.
Well, why else would anybody put their butt on the line for another person's politics?
All right, Harper. Your endangered posterior will be well compensated. And now for something more demanding. Commodore Sewell is waiting for you, and it's important. This crisis is not over.
Someone's waiting for you in the bar. An old acquaintance from Gibraltar, Werner Van Punch. He has the official status of an observer and officer.
You mean he's acting as an informer for you?
You know, I really do enjoy your candor, Flint.
It saves time. I'll talk to Punch. In the meantime, you come up with a plan that gets Admiral Cox out of this mess in one piece. As agreed.
I would never break my word. Unless the state of affairs demanded I do so.
Then you better hope they don't.
So, you're Dopamine Harp's boss, huh? How's he doing? Sometimes I think it'd be easier to ride a freaked out killer shark than to hang out with Harper, you know?
As long as you keep feeding him credits, he's fine. He said you might be able to explain the defenses at the Parliament to me.
Yeah? What's going on there? Something to do with the Admiral? Hell, I don't think he's wrong. Let him have his coup. Those nuts in the New Line are the ones I'm worried about.
This isn't political. I'm a friend of the Admiral, and I'm trying to keep him from screwing up and getting himself killed.
That's good enough for me. Here's what you should know. There's a frigate named the Odysseus that you need to keep an eye on. If you have to crack it, attack from the top. The ground cannons are another problem. They target ships with unknown signatures, which means they may target Cox himself. If you're worried about him like you say you are, I'd take out those cannons first.
Hey, wise guy. What do you want to order?
Do you have sea serpent sperm and algae mint sorbet?
Hey, knock it off. We have exactly 3 different menus here for our grilled fish entrails.
What do you mean you have 3 different ones, my little seahorse?
One for a small portion, one for medium, and one for large.
Oh, how large is large?
Well, if you were going on a trip to the Sea of Irkutsk, and you ate a large order of fish innards, you wouldn't need to take any food with you.
Really? That large?
The way it lies there in your stomach, you'll sure think so.
Flint, I just landed a job. Hey, I should get some extra credits as a commission. Am I good or what?
Stay cool. That dopamine is playing rock and roll on your brain, Harp. What's the job?
You ever hear of a company named Neotech? They produce nothing but crap that nobody needs. Anyhow, the situation in Neo-Freakinopolis is so dicey that the CEO is afraid to make the trip to the office on his own. He's looking for a bodyguard, and he's willing to pay enough to suffocate us in credits.
Sounds easy. No hitch?
Nope. Pick the guy up at the dock, drive him to his office, then rake in the credits. Hey, by the way, how do you castrate a miner from the tornado zone? You give his sister an uppercut to the chin.
These are miserable times, Brewmeister. What do? Just sit around and drink all my synthahol.
That dishwater is only good for disinfecting toilets. Careful, you don't spill a drop on the floor. It'll burn its way through this habitat and pollute the ocean.
All right, you two, what's up? Sewell said you had something for me.
That's right. Cox's militia is gathering out there and planning an attack. One of his division commanders has had a snootful with my excellent booze and is boasting about how his boss is making plans to occupy the Parliament of Neopolis.
That damn Parliament. Can you imagine that? Why simple folk like me get their butts kicked for something as small as stealing from a freighter.
Life's not fair. Where are Cox's men?
Take a little trip, and you'll find them staging north of Deep Draft 2. I tell you, we should switch off the communication network first. They're using ELS synapses, and I can give you the damn coordinates. Commander Ferrari also thinks we might be able to figure out what their plan of attack is against Neopolis, and maybe get some goods while we're at it. Stop Cox, okay? He's bad for business.
Not good for business. Not good at all. And hey, Flint, stop by and see me on Deep Draft 1 when you get back.
Flint. Well, I don't get it. What the hell are Admiral Cox's scouts doing here in front of our station? Those political clowns are up to something, and I hate politics. They're hypocritical, ambitious, and bloodthirsty bunch, which is why I'm glad we have you.
I've ordered Piccolini to patrol Deep Draft and report any incidents. He has permission to attack if need be. Attack the marked target now. Cox's units can no longer use tunnel ELF. They're dead in the water. We should go to navigation point 1 now. Let's take care of the ships on the valley floor. Take the engines to minimum, and let the currents take us down. Let's go to navigation point 2, Flint. Our intruder microphones are picking something up. They're planning something big. There's a lot more to this. Let's get closer. Flint, if we hadn't cut off their lines of communication, we'd have a problem.
Hey, boss! Cox's boys are spitting fire here! Drop by and give me a hand with your pepper pot! Damn! That was really close!
Bad timing. We can't... Flint! They detected us! Now we're going to navigation point 2. Now we should look for navigation point 4. To navigation point 4.
Where are you, man? Your buddy Pico has a piranha biting him in the butt! Are you still alive? Give me a sign!
quiet. Maybe we can find out what Cox is up his sleeve now.
Well done. We know Cox's task force has been weakened, but his men have threatened to take hostages at the Parliament. We're expecting an attack there.
I know it looks bad, but I'll tell you this. Cox has his reasons. The new line seems like power-craving technocrats to me. The Admiral may be overreacting, but that doesn't mean he's wrong. And remember, Cox is to remain unharmed.
The new line are striving for improvement. People are afraid of change, but we should work that out in debate, not a hostage crisis. Hold on. I'm getting word. Cox is on his way to take the Parliament, and he's threatening to kill the delegates one at a time.
I don't believe a word of that.
Get back in the water and fulfill your responsibilities, soldier, in the interest of the Federation and your old friend. Your wing, Harper, is waiting for you on your station.
What's up? What do you want?
I'm the good fairy, soldier. If you tell me about Admiral Cox's plans for attacking the Parliament, you get 3 wishes.
Cox is a pig. Throw me out. Said I was a risk factor. 3 wishes? Alright then. This is what they're gonna do. Cox loves the mercenary tactics. So watch out for his fame. Normally he uses scouts for that. They're also going to reprogram their defense weapons for friendly fire. So their guns will also attack their friendly ships. The man's willing to kill his own people. Those were the days of Fortress Gibraltar. Hakaton, Captain Sorrow. He's probably enjoying himself very much in hell.
How about you? You like it here in Neopolis?
Damn! There's nothing here but spoiled nail varnish sniffers. The whole place is artificial. Me? I'm waiting for the Big Bang.
When civilization finally starts to devour itself?
I'm not a damn poet, Flint. All I know is that a war would bring these people back to reality.
War shouldn't be used to solve the problems of a calcified and oversaturated civilization.
Bah! War is like being born again.
Wow! You look like your gallbladder's going to explode, boss.
Yeah? Well, I'm not surprised. I can't believe it, but we gotta get out there and kick Cox's butt because he's threatening to kill hostages.
Forget about Sue. He's a Dubuana, a monster. Try to get a clear mind.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, you worry about your Dubuana, whatever that is, and I'll worry about Cox.
What do you know about my monsters, you arrogant little poodle shark? There were more Dubuanas in my past than ever would fit into the Argentine basin.
Well, I must get Cox out of there, and I can only do it if I'm on Sewell's side. If I tried on my own, I'd have the whole damn Neopolis army after me. It would be suicide.
Then let's do it. Better a terrible end than unending terror.
You're a real poet, Dopamine Harp.
Yeah, I drink words and fart rhymes. Woohoo!
Alright, this is Commodore Sewell. Commander Flint and Captain Yala Rangoon, you are both linked into this little chat. And here are your orders. Rangoon, keep an eye on the administration buildings while Flint protects our holy parliament. I will cover Navy headquarters. Also, you will be pleased to hear that Neopolis is under martial law now, and I am the ranking officer. I promise you, I am going to restore order. Sewell out. Flint, deactivate all turrets around the Parliament. We don't want any fatalities among Cox's crew.
Attack the marked target now. Attack the marked target now.
The defensive cannon are inactive, and the docks cannot be opened. Cox won't be able to get in there in a million years, although we must not underestimate his eerie cleverness.
I've detected a transporter moving towards the Parliament. I wonder what it's up to.
That transport must not get close to the docks. If it has a blue-green laser, it might try burning through the docks in order to reinforce Cox with more troops. We can't do it, Commander. Damn insanity. Bombers already foaming at the mouth, but we cannot deactivate the transport. There are too many bombers and frigates.
Commander, don't stand a chance against Cox's force. He's got 2 frigates, with scouts and bombers on top of that. Damn it, that one really hurt.
I really took a beating that time. Fuses will pumping like me. Cox's forces are inside. He has taken over the Parliament and announced his own military government. Damn it! Do something! Smoke those rebels out of there! Flint, I've dispatched a freighter with narcotic gas. They will smuggle it into the ventilation system in the Parliament. But I need you to give them cover. I'll be distracting the Triumphs.
Follow the marked object.
Load of terror.
to navigation point 1 now.
Cox is hovering broadside right in front of me. I got the old buzzard in my sight. Ha ha!
Friends! Sewell is hammering Cox with heavy weapons. He's turned off his deactivation system. He's furious. He's gunning for the Admiral's head. We need to hurry!
Flint, back off! This is between me and Cox.
Follow the marked object.
Doesn't look good. I'm heavily damaged.
We can't do anything, Flint. He's going to kill Cox. As far as I know, the Triops hasn't got any automatic rescue capsule yet. I'm sorry, Flint.
Flint, I know you're not against me. You were blinded by Sewell's charisma. Pursue him. We'll meet again in the deep blue seas of Western lands.
Well, I guess we all needed to demonstrate the low standards of our civilization one more time. Okay, Flint. You did what you could. Dock on.
I've had it!
Sewell, I'm already looking forward to ironing every crease on your damn face.
Grow up, Flint. Behind me, there's a whole division of loyal men looking for any reason to take you out, you stupid punk.
You killed Cox, which means you've got a big problem.
Oh, really? And that problem is what? You? Not even if you get past puberty.
I'm gonna be on you like the stench from your foul body, Sewell. I'm gonna find you wherever you are and dance on your grave. Ship against ship with no Neopolis army to cover your butt.
You're nothing but a snot-nosed Boy Scout. Nobody's going to keep me from creating a new and better world, including that old fossil Cox. Everything will change now, as mankind takes on the responsibility to evolve into a better race. Wake up, Flint! Those who don't fight with me are going to be struck down by progress.
I apologize for interrupting your little lullaby of superhumanity, but I just wanted you to know that I always collect on my debts. You killed my best friend, and you did it with my help. You can bet one day I'm gonna kill you, Sewell. Now I'm gonna go see a very clever woman sitting in the Neopolis Arms who has seen through you from the beginning. Keep your eyes open in the meantime, Sewell. Because we're gonna meet in Traitor's Hell.
Peace, stranger. What brings you to my humble bar?
I'm searching for the perfect Aquarian tsunami booster.
With all the political trouble we're having, maybe you should keep a cool head.
A cool head is a paradise for a simple mind. I'm feeling fine, friend. Like a whirling slick. Like a sediment avalanche. I hate politicians and their disregard for all of us.
I see. You know, I think what you need is a drink I call the Zoma Trauma. You won't feel your bones at all, and your brain will feel like it went on vacation without you.
Ah, the drink I need.
There you are, Simba. Like a big mouth without teeth. Who jumbo, radiant man.
All right, rub it in. You were right. You Dugon are so damn clever and wise.
Yes, we are. But even a Dugon can come to meet the wrong person.
What are you telling me, Shaka? I'm listening.
I was his slave. Nobody dares to turn down the wishes of a Duke of the Clans Union. I had left my family to become a free prince's warrior. I ended up aboard his ship, the Nudaman, where he kept me as a slave for himself and his drinking pals. I escaped, and now he's after me. We will meet face to face. Nimi Kasarika, I'm furious.
And you're going to feed a torpedo tube with your wrath.
Nandio. Yes, my wrath fills my lungs, my heart, my brain.
You'll get him, warrior princess.
And you will have to watch out for Soul. We both have our duties. Two Freak has stolen my freedom, and Soul, your friend, he's dangerous. He will come back to the tornado zone. He has no patience. He wants power. He's gonna pull the Kenyesi, that damn brain fire project, through. They want to go to the surface. I was told they were bringing out the buoy. You're gonna stop him.
Shaka, I don't just want to stop his project. I want to kill him with my bare hands. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, a man is always simple. It's no news to me. He wants to kill or make love, and then afterwards run off as fast as possible. Alam Siki.
Sorry to disturb you, Flint, but your wings would like to know when we're going to move on.
We're moving on now to the tornado zone. I want Sue.
Oh, crap. Private vendettas don't bring in credits, man. We're either mercenaries or we're nothing.
Don't worry about it. We're taking the next jump ship to Atacama. Flint out.